Hi guys, it's Ben. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a really natural makeup look. This is kind of like a fun change of pace of things because I normally do really colorful, vibrant makeup looks. So if you would like to see how to do a really natural moment, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm just going to start off with my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the color medium brown. I'm just going to use a really light hand with this. So I'm just really going to be defining just the places that need it. And then I'm going to blend it out with a spoolie so that it looks super natural. Now on the other side, I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Okay, so they're both filled in and I'm just going to go through with the spoolie and blend them out really quickly. I'm not going to carve them out with concealer today. I'm going to go straight in with my eyeshadow base and I'm just going to use the MAC Soft Whipper Paint Pot. I'm just going to go in with this on my finger and just put it on my eyelid and blend it out. Okay, so now that my eyeshadow primer is all laid down, we're gonna move on to the face. So I'm just gonna go in with my sample of my La La Retro Whipped Cream from Drunk Elephant, and I'm just gonna put this all over my face and make sure I put a decent amount because I really want my skin to look hydrated and glowing. So now that my face is all moisturized, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and I'm just gonna put this in my T-zone mainly. So now that I put my primer on, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, which is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation. But instead of just putting this all over my face and then blending it out, I'm gonna mix it with the MAC Strobe Cream. This is just gonna make my face look really dewy. The strobe cream's also just gonna help it glide all over my skin a lot easier. This might look like I'm putting a lot on, but since it has the strobe cream mixed into it, it's basically just gonna cover up my redness a little bit. Now I'm just gonna go in with my Black Beauty blender and blend this all out. So as you can see, it kind of just made my face look a little bit more evenly toned. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put a little bit more foundation in the areas that I need coverage. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more foundation up here, right here, a little right there, and then over here and right there, and a little right there. And then some right here for good measure. So now I'm just gonna go in with concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C10. I normally use C3, so this is gonna be a lot less highlighting and just a lot more concealing to cancel out any darkness or redness. I'm also gonna use a lot less than I normally use. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna take like a couple dots under my eyes and then a little bit right there. And this is like not highlighting at all. This is basically just the color of my foundation. So I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. Now that the concealer is all blended out, we are going to set it in place. So now I'm gonna go in and use this shade and this shade. This is from the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Contour Palette. And I just go over my fine lines really quickly right before I set it so that I don't have any creases, because once you set the creases, you kind of can't get rid of them. I just really don't want shine there, but I don't want it to be too artificial looking. Now for bronzer, I'm gonna go in on a Morphe M527 brush and use this shade and this shade. And I'm really stippling this on because we didn't set the face with any powder beforehand and I don't want it to smudge and smear my makeup everywhere. And then once I patted the product in, I'm just gonna go in and blend like I normally would because it basically set it in place. I'm just gonna build up the intensity a little bit. I'm gonna go in and do my forehead now. And you just have to be careful on the forehead region because if you do go in and just go blending and doing like windshield wiper motions from the jump, when it's not set with powder, you're just gonna end up smearing your foundation everywhere. So you really have to be careful. And you just have to go in and basically just like pounce and pat and it'll still give you the same defined look that you want, just without smudging and smearing of your makeup. I'm just gonna do a little bit down here on my jawline. Nothing crazy, just a little bit of color. So now my bronzer is all laid down, I'm gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics blush palette, and I'm gonna use this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. I do want this to be a little bit more blush than I normally do, just so that I can get like the little rosy cheek look, but I don't want it to be crazy overpowering. So I'm just gonna really make sure to build it up gradually and not too pigmented too quickly. It looks like I'm kind of like nervous, like I just saw a hot man, you know, it just looks like I'm flushed a little bit. And so now that the blush is on, we can really just go over it again with the Beauty Blender and on the side that doesn't have that much product. And pouncing over this is really just gonna make it look natural and blend it a little bit more. And it's really just gonna make it look like you just got up, rolled out of bed, and walked out of the house, when in reality you did nothing of the sort, which is what we're going for. So now for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with my Sleek Solstice palette. I'm just going to be using this creamy shade in the top corner because this is just gonna blend in really easily. I just got a little bit of that on my Beauty Blender, and now I'm just gonna take this and work it right into my skin. As you can see,
I did absolutely nothing.
So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more. And put this on both sides. That just added like a little bit of a glow from within, which I really am living for. I'm gonna go in and take on my pencil brush these two shades mixed together right here. I'm just gonna really tap them off, and I'm just gonna put this right on the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge. So for nose contour, I'm not gonna really contour my nose. I'm just gonna go in on a really fluffy blending brush like this and take these two shades and really tap them off and just really do a little tiny bit on my nose just so that it has a little bit of definition, but nothing crazy. So I'm really just pressing this into my nose. I'm not swiping because we did not set my face with powder, and you know, we don't want to look crazy. So for my eyes, I'm just gonna go in and use this shade right here and blend this all through my crease. I'm gonna just go in with this shade on my finger and just put this on my eyelid. So I'm just gonna go in with my Wet n Wild eyeliner pencil in Simma Brown and put this just on my tight line. So for my eyelashes, I'm just gonna go in with my eyelash curler, but I'm gonna light it on fire with a little lighter real quick, just because I normally have my eyelashes lifted and tinted, but I don't right now. I'm getting them done in like a week. So I'm just gonna go in and use the lighter because it basically will just make them curl right up because they're really straight like out. So I'm just gonna take this and light it on fire real quick. When I do this, I like to wait like a second after I do it, just to make sure it's not like flaming hot. I'm just gonna put this on my eyelid and really curl these lashes up. Okay, so now those are about as curled as they're gonna get. My lashes are super short, so this is why I always wear falsies. So if I put mascara on and end up putting falsies on,
that's just what's gonna happen.
Before I go in with mascara, I'm just gonna do my under eye shadow, and I'm just gonna go in and use this shade once again on a little pencil brush and run this all the way along my lower lash line. And I'm just gonna go in with this brown pencil that we used before, and I'm just gonna do my waterline. Now for mascara, I'm gonna go in with literally a cult classic, the Maybelline Great Lash. This is honestly a really good mascara. I don't know why more people don't talk about it, and it's also so cheap. It's like $6. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on my bottom lashes. So for the eyes, you can totally stop here, but as you can see, my eyelashes, even though I curled them with a flamethrower, basically, they just won't stay up. So I'm definitely gonna put falsies. But if you don't have that problem and your lashes are curly and they do stick up in the air and look pretty, by all means, don't use falsies, but I just love falsies, so I'm gonna put them on. So for my lashes, I'm just gonna go in with these ones that I got from the beauty supply store. They were like $3 or something like that. Now I'm just gonna take my mascara and blend these lashes together a little bit more so that they look like they're my own. So now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm just gonna move on to lips. I'm going to use the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade 04 All Natural. And I'm just gonna line my lips and blend it so that it's not like a harsh lip line. So I overlined my lips a little bit. I'm just gonna blend the lip liner with my finger real quick. So now I'm just gonna go in with this clear gloss. This is lip gel with vitamin E from Nicka K. I just got this at the beauty supply store, but it's really, really glossy and shiny, so I really love it. And I think it was like $3 to be honest, so we love a cheap bargain. Okay, so I thought I would just show you guys what this makeup looks like in broad daylight, because I know under like a ring light, the white lighting can really make you look different. Even in broad daylight, my face is looking good, you know, like it looks smooth. It's not like cakey. Our under eye lines like aren't creasing. Like my forehead's pretty smooth. I really love how this came out. I feel like I'll probably do this a little bit more often. So this is the finished look, all complete. As you can see, it did come out very natural looking. It looks very smooth. There's not a lot of caking anywhere. The eyes look really natural, the eyebrows look really natural. So everything just came out really smooth and clean and just looks like the best version of you. So I really love this makeup look. I honestly think I'm gonna do this from now on more often. I might have to set it with powder though, because makeup be slipping sliding off my face. It's really like cute and dainty so that you can use it for basically any occasion you want. But yeah, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys love this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.